Hi guys, I'm Sam.
And I'm Nate.
And now that we've got our camber fixed on our control arms, we are going to go through and start getting them notched and set up so that we can get the maximum amount of travel as possible because off-roading.
Don't want to bottom out on a little rock when we have over a foot of ground clearance.
What we're going to do now is, grab one of the CV joints.
It's a good thing I have gloves on.
Yeah. And one of these sides free floats. This one. So let's.
That goes on the
mock-up.
outside,
yeah,
right?
Since we're just mocking it up for right now, I'll have you spin a couple bolts in. Just get a couple started.
I don't know if they are started. This thing. Having gloves is nice. There we go. Good and tight enough.
Right now,
plus me
we are dropped out. So, we've got plenty of room there. Oh wow, we got
Travel.
lots of travel.
Yeah, I don't think that matters. I mean, by the time we get there, the tire's going to be inside the cab.
So I'm going to do you want it to be able to have more droop or no?
What, going down?
You want the arms to go down more? To get more lift?
That would probably be good, right?
That'd be better for clearance, yeah. So we'll do a small notch on the bottom, 1/4 inch on the spring plates. And then we're just going to notch the top of the spring plates where we've already got them marked. Because
travel ain't an issue.
yeah, we can get a lot of travel out of the bottom of these things.
I mean, we're probably gonna need a limit strap too.
Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the shocks is gonna be the limit.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, after this is done.
We just got to do the subframe on the rear shocks,
And
and then we can
paint the whole thing.
pull the front end off, flip the chassis over, clean up the bottom of it, get it all painted up and detailed on the bottom side. Then we can get the floor pans welded in. Then we can actually paint the chassis.
And then all the suspension and whatnot.
And we can start assembling. All right, transmission, I guess it can kind of hang out for now. It's not really in the way, but for now, we need to pull the wheels off, pull off the parking brakes, pull off the axles. We can pull all that stuff out and kind of get that stuff set to the side. Around that way just a touch so you can see that mark. I'll try and transfer that over to this side. Oh, that's pretty good, pretty good. You're smart. That's a nice straight line. Make sure that's going to be clear. In reality, no. I'm going to pull that back probably right about way out. We're going to have to come out pretty good on that. Right about there. I'm going to drill a hole for that corner, and then I'll cut into it and cut into it.
All done with the Sparkies?
I haven't even started the Sparkies. You can pull the other side off. I'm still drilling this one.
I was going to say.
I wish I knew what happened to my center punch. I'm going to pull that trailing arm off, 19 millimeters, and then the pivot bolt.
Where's it?
19 millimeters up on top, and then the pivot bolt right there.
So how do you do this trick?
Other way around, on your right. There you go. There we go. Cut there. Cut there. Nice.
Yeah.
Lose all that hard,
I will. Probably. Hopefully not.
I'll be driving this way, so spark shouldn't be bothering you. Set them down. Now we're just going to come through and clean up all those sharp edges and make sure it's all nice clean cut with no serrations. That will help prevent any sort of hard points for a crack. If it was a race car, you'd actually go through and polish it, but we're not racing. it's getting up there, but I don't think that we're going to need to really go back any further than that. But actually, I think I'm going to take this down to right about there, just to be clear of anything right here. That's good. That gives us all the up travel we need. Probably more than we're going to be able to use, but that's fine. Next, get that one taken care of. Boom, that one's done. Now, we're going to worry about these spring plates. Spring plate off. And beating off these spring plate covers and pulling off these spring plate bushings. You hang out there. So now you see what we're trying to do. We need to cut from this line up so that this arm can travel down further. I'm going to cut in about 1/4 of an inch or so and then cut back, and then we'll polish this off because these are under load, and it's very possible that this section right here where we cut and notch could actually come through and start to split because this is a spring plate. This is made of spring steel. That's our next step.
Done grinding?
I'm done with the trailing arms. Now I'm doing the spring plates. Shouldn't be much more.
Oh yeah, looks good. Looks all fancy. You can get literally too much travel.
You can, but we're not going to have to worry about that. We got plenty of travel with these CD joints, and we're nowhere near the limits. All right. Used to sit there. Now we'll drop down to there. So up there, Sparky boy. I'm going to cut that back a little bit further on that corner right there, I think. Yeah. Go back a little bit more.
Even though it has plenty already, but yeah.
Not quite. You want to pull off that spring plate over there? 15 millimeters right there.
And just like that, it's all taken apart again.
All right, now you got to grab the hammer and the flathead screwdriver and pull the spring plate bushings off. Yeah, pry that one off and then eat the metal cap off.
Oh, the fancy new bushings and whatnots.
Not fancy, but they are new bushings.
Fancier than old ones, right?
Yep. Fancier than nothing.
Yeah. Nothing is not very fun.
Nothing not very fancy at all.
There we go. And this is why we haven't painted the chassis yet.
Yep.
Part of them.
down here, that gives us, you know, it gives us a lot more travel down here. I'm going to cut that.
Because travel?
Because all the travel.
Where'd the other one go? Oh no. Just get them loose and then tighten them?
Get all four started loose.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
All the travels.
Oh my gosh.
More travels than we had before.
I know. I mean, it can be low, really low now. I mean, the big tires kind of take up for most of that. I mean, just think now the CV has to go there, which even then is fine, huh?
Yeah.
And also, all the way down is only slight camber. That's good, huh?
Yeah. There's one more bolt down in there too. We got all the nuts
Is
on
this
side.
good? Can I use this?
I would say just grab this and use that.
That's a good idea.
Because I need this to tighten that. And then I gotta find out Alright, should we stop dropping things on that wheel? Let's pull that out. Well, I don't know if there's much more we can do for tonight. Yeah, that's much more drop than we had before.
Yeah. How much travel would we have with that? I mean, we could
I don't
put the
know.
wheels
Let's
on.
find out. You measure to the eyelet. 13.5 inches. And
Oh my gosh.
29.5.
I think that's a little bit more than
That's
the front has.
16 inches of travel.
Yeah, it's a bit more than the front.
Are we actually going to get that much travel once we have shocks in here? Probably not. But
I mean, we only had, what, 7.5 up front?
7.5 up front. Yeah.
And with shocks, who knows?
Yeah. I think maybe tomorrow after work, maybe I will run over to Interstate and grab some steel.
Yeah.
1.5.
So what are you thinking, from like
Well, we're
here
going to go
across?
from here up
To somewhere
to
around
here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get the body to.
Yeah, we'll have to get the body in place probably like maybe tomorrow. Start doing some of that mock up to get this guy to this guy
Yeah,
to
I
that
can't
guy.
wait for the chassis to be complete, and then we start working on body work.
Yeah,
That's
well,
gonna be fun.
to build anything, you got to have a good foundation. This is our foundation. We're going to get the foundation good and ready to rock. All right, a little bit of work tonight, getting our trailing arm notched and our spring plate notched, and now we have the potential for 16 inches of travel currently.
Yeah.
Once we get the shock in place, that's probably not going to happen.
I mean, if we cut through the body and had
Yeah.
giant top shock towers, which I don't want to do.
We're not trying to cut into the body. But even then, I imagine we're probably still going to end up with maybe 10 to 12 inches of travel. That would be nice.
Yeah.
We'll see how it comes out. So we're going to call it a wrap for tonight. And until next time, I'm Sam.
And I'm Nate.
And life's full of good people.
If you can't find one,
Be one. Later, guys.